These plants are not allowed! Remove them now and pay the $600 fine!
Today, I was mowing the lawn of an elderly man who had already been warned. That's what he told me before I even stepped out of the truck. They said this yard isn't allowed, he said, pointing not at the grass, but at the vegetables growing through it. Tomatoes, beans, a small patch of peppers he'd planted by hand. The grass itself wasn't tall, it was trimmed, careful, but the vegetables made it non-compliant, according to the notice folded in his pocket. He was 74 and lived in the same house he and his wife had bought decades ago. Their children were grown and gone. The garden was what remained of busy years. It fed them. It gave its days a shape. His wife watched from the front window, resting a hand on the glass. She was ill, too weak to come outside most days. The fine had come first, $450, more than their grocery budget for months. He hadn't argued, he'd called me instead. "Make it look proper," he said again. "Maybe then they'll leave us alone." I had just started mowing when the HOA truck pulled up. Clean, official, on time. The HOA officer stepped out with a clipboard and 2 workers behind him. He didn't look surprised to see me. He didn't look at the lawn. He looked at the vegetables. "I told you these had to go," he said. "They're neat," the old man replied. "They don't bother anyone." The HOA officer sighed, as if explaining something tiresome. "Rules are rules. You still owe the fine, and since the deadline passed, we're removing them today." That's when I understood this wasn't new. Years ago, the old man had reported that HOA officer for dumping trash along the fence line. It had cost that HOA officer a citation. Some people don't forget things like that. The worker stepped forward. Plants were pulled out fast. Roots snapped, soil scattered across the lawn, tomatoes rolled and split open. The old man dropped to his knees. "That's our food," he said. "That's what we eat." No one answered. From the window, his wife covered her mouth. She didn't cry out, she just watched. When it was finished, the lawn was empty again. Flat, approved. The HOA officer handed over another notice and walked away. I shut off the mower. The old man stayed on his knees, staring at the bare ground, rubbing dirt between his fingers like it might still remember what had been there. This wasn't about vegetables. It was about power and revenge, and how quietly cruelty can happen when it wears a uniform. If you want me to help him plant his garden again, comment "plant it back," and tell me where you're watching from so I know how far this story has reached.